Welcome to Liverpool Report, your daily destination for all things Liverpool FC. From breaking news and matchday updates to transfer rumours and exclusive behind-the-scenes stories, we've got the Reds covered every single day. If you live and breathe Liverpool, this is your channel. Hit subscribe, join the movement and be part of the Liverpool family. You'll never walk alone. Let's get started. Casemiro's Manchester United future has taken a surprise twist. After being recalled to the Brazil squad by Carlo Ancelotti, the £350k a week midfielder is now targeting the 2026 World Cup, and staying in the Premier League could be key. Despite Saudi interest, Casemiro believes Old Trafford is the best place to secure his spot on the plane to North America. Could this be the leadership boost United needs next season? Big-earning Brazilian midfielder Casemiro is set to stay at Manchester United next season after being offered a World Cup lifeline by Carlo Ancelotti. Casemiro, who collects a cool £350,000 a week, was handed a shock recall by his country when his former Real Madrid boss named his first Brazil squad earlier this month. And with the 33-year-old now targeting the finals in Canada, Mexico and the United States next summer, he believes his chances of playing in a third World Cup will be enhanced by staying in the Premier League. Casemiro has been attracting interest from Saudi Arabia for the past 18 months, as United have been looking to trim their huge wage bill. But he worked his way back into manager Ruben Amorim's plans towards the end of the season and was rewarded when new Brazil coach Ancelotti ended his 2-year international absence by bringing him into his squad for the World Cup qualifiers against Ecuador and Paraguay. Casemiro played the full 90 minutes in both games as Brazil collected 4 points to move up to third place in the South American qualifying table. Ancelotti managed Casemiro at the Bernabeu and didn't agree with the decision to sell him to United in a £70 million deal 3 years ago. The Italian believes the 5-time Champions League winner can be a big dressing room influence for him during his first crack at international management. Casemiro has 1 year left on his United contract, although the Reds have an option to trigger a 12-month extension. He impressed Amorim with his attitude during the final few months of a traumatic season, but United will not stand in his way if the Brazilian decided to cash in by moving to Saudi. Casemiro has continually insisted that he is happy in Manchester despite interest from Al Nassr, the big spending club that has just handed Cristiano Ronaldo a 2-year contract worth almost £500 million. The Brazilian is a close friend of the 40-year-old Portuguese after they played together at Madrid, and he posted a picture of him wearing a pair of £7,000 LED recovery boots manufactured by a company partly owned by Ronaldo on his Instagram account during the week. United are looking for buyers for a raft of players who are surplus to requirements under Amorim as they try to raise money to finance a rebuild. Wing trio Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho and Antony are all in the shop window, but the Reds' hopes that Inter Milan would follow up an inquiry for misfiring £72 million striker Rasmus Højlund with a bid for the Danish international. Inter targeted 2 new strikers after finishing second in Serie A and then being hammered by Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final. But they have spent £20 million on Parma's Angion Boni and are ready to give teenager Francesco Pio Esposito more game time after he capped a fine performance against River Plate in the Club World Cup with his first goal for the club. That would close the door on a permanent move for Højlund, although Inter could still offer a 12-month loan option with an obligation to buy. Manchester United are not backing down in their chase for Bryan Mbeumo. 2 bids have already been rejected, but Mbeumo only wants Old Trafford, and his potential teammates are already showing love. With Joshua Zirkzee and Matthias Cunha both backing the move on Instagram, the pressure is on United to strike a deal with Brentford. Can they land the 20-goal winger in time for the USA pre-season tour? 2 Manchester United players have given their seal of approval to the signing of Bryan Mbeumo, as the Red Devils continue to thrash out a deal with Brentford. United have already had 2 bids rejected for Mbeumo, the most recent of which totaled $62.5 million. Ruben Amorim's side were prepared to pay Brentford a guaranteed $55 million plus 7.5 Ms in potential add-ons for the winger, who scored 20 Premier League goals last season. United's side had already seen an offer of 45 metres plus up to 10 million in add-ons turned down earlier this month. It's been reported that Brentford would want at least 62.5 million up front before approving his sale. That's the same fee amount which United paid to sign Matthias Cunha from Wolves at the start of window, triggering his release clause. Mbeumo, 25, also has interest from Tottenham, but he only wants to join United. The Red Devils are hopeful that a deal can be agreed in time for the Cameroon international to link up with Amorim's squad at the beginning of pre-season. United will embark on a tour of the USA this summer and want Mbeumo to be involved so that he can acclimatise himself to his new teammates. Two members of the Red Devils dressing room will seemingly be more than happy to welcome him. On Instagram, both Cunha and Joshua Zirkzee liked a post from journalist Fabrizio Romano, which said that United will continue talks over signing Mbeumo. Cunha and Zirkzee could be the men playing alongside the 25-year-old in Amorim's front three next season. But there's still a way to go yet, with Mbeumo still firmly a Brentford player and due back there for pre-season training. The French-born star has 12 months left on his contract, although the Bees can exercise an option to extend it by a further year. Mbeumo's prolific form last term piqued the interest of Arsenal, Newcastle and Tottenham, but his heart is set on a move to Old Trafford. Tottenham recently appointed Brentford boss Thomas Frank as their new manager, and it was hoped that his connection to Mbeumo would help persuade him to snub United. Is Bryan Mbeumo worth $62.5 million? Have your say in the comments section. Ironically, Frank talked up Mbeumo's price tag at the end of the season. Before joining Tottenham, he was quoted as telling Tipsblader, "It is clear that if he is to be sold, it must be for a nice amount. It is a lot. Mucho. Really a lot. Then it is clear that it is impossible to replace him one for one. It cannot be done. There is a reason why he costs X number of £1 million, and we do not have X number of £1 million to buy for. I would say that I would be surprised if a lot of big clubs don't look at him. I would be surprised with what he has to offer. How many wingers score 20 goals for a mid-table club? And then with 7 assists, plus his work ethic and his character. All these things mean that he has a lot, so he is a good player." Manchester United's transfer window is heating up. The Red Devils are closing in on Porto's Diogo Costa as their new number one, and developments in Portugal are tipping the scales in United's favour. Meanwhile, Antony's exit could be permanent, with Real Betis gaining financial firepower just in time. And over in Spain, Marcus Rashford's dream move to Barcelona might just have new life, thanks to a surprise departure at the Camp Nou. All the moving pieces, all the transfer drama, let's break it down. Manchester United's chase for Porto goalkeeper Diogo Costa has been given a lift, while the sale of £86 million disappointment Antony has also been buoyed. Ruben Amorim's squad have already secured Wolves star Matheus Cunha in this transfer window, costing them a hefty £62.5 million. However, there could still be more arrivals at Old Trafford. Following another inconsistent season from number one, Andre Onana, the Red Devils are keen to bring in a new goalkeeper. One potential recruit is 25-year-old Portugal international Costa. The Porto ace seems set to leave his homeland during this window. Recent developments suggest that his team are also on the hunt for a new goalkeeper, which boosts United's chances of securing him. Real Betis also appear ready to receive a significant cash injection, potentially increasing their ability to afford United flop Antony, while a medical that could have a knock-on effect regarding Marcus Rashford's potential move to Barcelona has been scheduled. Here, Mirror Football looks at all the transfer market goings-on that could benefit the Red Devils. Amorim's hunt for a new number one could conclude this summer if a deal for Porto's Costa is agreed upon. Ebola reports that Costa will depart the Portuguese Giants this summer in pursuit of a new challenge. It's been hinted that he dreams of playing in England, and both United, as well as rivals Manchester City, are keen on his services. Costa has a £64 release clause in his contract. Costa's current team have already lined up a replacement, with TV Azteca reporting that Cruz Azul's goalkeeper, Kevin Mir, is on Porto's shortlist and has been prioritised by club president André Villas-Boas. Porto boss Martin Anselmi is also claimed to have recommended the club sign him. While it's suggested that the Portuguese side will face competition for Colombian Mir from Galatasaray, if they secure him, Costa's departure could be imminent, reports the Manchester Evening News. Real Betis looks set to bag a £26 million windfall, with midfielder Johnny Cardoso on the brink of joining La Liga rivals Atletico Madrid. This cash boost could allow Antony to leave Old Trafford for good. The Brazilian winger, who joined under Erik ten Hag in 2022 for a whopping £86 million, never lived up to his price tag in Manchester and was loaned out to the Spanish side in January. Antony seemed a player reborn in Spain, netting 9 goals and providing 5 assists, while playing a significant role in their journey to the Europa Conference League final, where they were defeated by Chelsea. With Cardoso almost out the door, it remains to be seen whether the £26 million gained will be used to bring Antony back to the club permanently. Reports suggest a fee of £25 would suffice, while the player would be open to the move. With Rashford's future at Old Trafford looking increasingly uncertain, Barcelona have been tipped as a potential new home for the star, who spent last season on loan at Aston Villa. As per TalkSport, despite the club closing in on a deal for Euro 2024 hero Nico Williams, the La Liga giants could make a move for Rashford this summer. Meanwhile, young Barcelona winger Ansu Fati, who previously had a stint with Brighton, is reportedly close to securing a loan move to French side AS Monaco. According to Fabrizio Romano, a medical has already been scheduled. The departure of Fati could potentially open up a spot in the squad and free up the wages to accommodate Rashford, though at this stage a move for the England star still seems unlikely.